You could go to work every day, and you could book a holiday, and you could book some time off, and you could book a flight, and you could decide you want to go to Antigua and go to the beach, and you could get to the airport, and you could have a really bad feeling. You say, I've got a real bad feeling. But you book time off, you paid for the flight, you can't pay for another hotel, this is your chance. So even if your entire consciousness, even if every cell in your body is screaming at you that something is wrong, you will still get on the plane. I won't. I'll go to the airport. Yeah, something doesn't feel right. What do you mean? Nah, let's go home. We'll go tomorrow. Tomorrow, wake up. Do I feel normal yet? Nah. Day after? Now things feel okay. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but if during those 2 days you didn't fly, you see that the flight made it there safely, surely your consciousness is wrong. But that's not correct, because the butterfly effect takes precedence in these scenarios. The only reason the plane didn't crash is because I didn't get on it. Because if I would have got on it, as I got on, the air stewardess would have said, "Oh, hello, Mr. Tate, you're in seat 1A, you're in first class." And as she said that, the pilot would have overheard her and thought, "Oh, she has a nice voice. I hope to sleep with her one day." And that small second delay would have made him overlook a switch he had to press for the fuel pump, and the plane would have crashed. But because I didn't get on the plane, it was fine. So I actually saved everyone's life, basically. And when I say this to people, instead of saying, "Andrew, you're a psycho in a deep psychosis," they say, "Andrew, you're really rich and famous." I say, "I know. Thanks." So I get to believe these things. That's what I believe. So when I eventually got on the plane, because I had a good feeling about it, my consciousness had already told me it's all going to work out okay. You know? I get to trust my gut feeling on things intrinsically and instantly. I get to walk into a business meeting for $20 million and sit down and just look across at the guy, just look at him and go, "Nah. Nope, sorry. Thanks for your time. Goodbye." "Well, excuse me. Nah. You know? No. I don't need your money that bad. Got a bad feeling, you know? You might snake me in the future. You might do something weird. You might sniff my gin bag or something weird. You look weird." So I just trust my gut. And the worst thing about being poor is you can't do that. Now, the final piece to this puzzle is, okay, Andrew, I understand what you're saying. So let's imagine I go to the airport and I have a bad feeling. And I do get on the plane because I'm a brokey and I have to get on the plane. And the plane still doesn't crash. Well, how do you explain that? Sure, I can explain it. Again, it's the butterfly effect. Because you're aware that something bad might happen, you act differently on your way to the plane. You act differently when you get on the plane, and you say something different to the air hostess. When you see the air hostess, you say, "Hello," and she goes, "Oh, hello, Mr. Brokey. Yeah, you're in flight, you're in number 34F in economy." "Thanks a lot. Did we get a lunch in economy?" "No, there's no food in economy. There's tap water only from the bathroom. Thank you very much, Mr. Brokey. Next." "Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Next." And you go and you sit down like a little brokey, but you're aware. You know, your ears are open, your eyes are open, you're scanning, seeing if you can see anything wrong. And that awareness, the way you acted when you got on the plane, that slight difference, the fact that the air hostess had to tell you that you don't get lunch, you only get tap water, and the pilot overheard that and laughed with his friends. And he goes, "Ha ha ha ha, that guy's broke. I can't believe I have to fly these poor people around all day. I wish I only got to fly the first class passengers." And then the co-pilot goes, "Yeah, I fucking hate these fucking brokies and economies. They fucking suck. Their families must hate them too. Imagine being a full-grown man and not being able to afford first class. They must fucking feel like failures. Their children hate them." And then the pilot goes, "Their kids really hate them. Their kids will grow up to be nothing just like them. Absolute scum. I bet all their wives are cheating on them." Ha 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 ha. And the whole cockpit is full of laughter. And the pilot goes, "You know what? Although I hate flying these brokies around, I love life. because I'm not one of them. And I'm having a great time laughing with my friend, and I'm having so much fun. I want to make sure I live. Let me double check all the switches. Oops, I almost flew without pressing the fuel pump switch. But thanks to the fact I'm so happy because that broke fucking loser, spoke to the air hostess, I'm now going to make sure we all live. And he can continue his consciousness as a broke nobody. Click. True story. That's what happens. So the fact you're aware of the bad feeling is the reason you didn't die. So when you get a bad feeling in your gut, it's really important. You can't ignore these things. You have to sit there and be very conscious of it. When you get a bad feeling, you have to sit there and go, okay, I've got a bad feeling. Good. Future me is warning me about something. Future me is telling me. You know? And you have to feel it, and it'll affect how you act, because future you is trying to keep you alive. Future you wants you alive, because if you don't live, there is no him. Future you needs you to survive so he can exist. He needs you to carry on your pathetic existence for as long as possible. And he continues to send you messages back. I know you're poor, but please keep living.